on you.
As we go on the air at 4, we're bringing you a sight we don't see too often, a fountain frozen over in Forest Park, but still gushing water. Our high today was just 10 degrees, and we won't see any temperatures above freezing until Wednesday. Thanks for being here at 4. I'm Kay Quinn. We are in a winter weather alert because of the extreme cold. With temperatures and wind chills this low, it's possible to get frostbite in as little as 30 minutes. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell joins us now with the Weather First forecast.
Well, we have a couple more really cold days to get through, Kay, and then we'll get a little bit of a break here Wednesday and Thursday before more Arctic air slides our way as we head on into the end of the week. And for next weekend, just not as bitter as what we're seeing right now. These are your morning low temperatures this morning. 4 below in St. Charles and Baldwin, 5 below in Union, 7 degrees below zero out in Warrenton. Shiloh was 2 degrees below zero. You're looking down Market Street at this point. Lots of clouds around. No snow in the immediate metro area right now, but we are continuing to track that potential as we head through this evening. We're looking at temperatures or wind gusts here tonight and into early tomorrow morning in that 20 to 25 degree range. That's going to produce wind chills of 10 to 25 degrees below zero as the temperatures drop again to near zero overnight tonight. That means the wind chill advisory stays in effect for the St. Louis area east and south, and the wind chill warning where the wind chills could be 25 to 30 degrees below zero up to the northwest of St. Louis. This is a little bit of light snow coming at us from the west, also down to the south. We will track that this evening. It's all going to stick because temperatures right now mostly in the single digits. We've managed to climb to 11 in St. Louis. We'll see you in a few minutes, Kay.
All right, thanks, Scott. You can stay up to date with our latest winter weather coverage from the comfort of your couch, even when we're not on the air. Just text the word weather to 314-425-5355. We'll send you a link. Right now, first responders are looking for a person missing after a fire in North St. Louis. Crews were called to the four-family flat on Athlone Avenue around noon. That's just a few blocks away from O'Fallon Park. There were reports of people trapped. Firefighters had trouble getting into the building because of possible hoarding. Crews will go back in with canines to search for the missing person. Once the building cools off, that may not be until tomorrow morning. Dozens of people without heat and water, and now they're dealing with flooding at a Midtown apartment building in St. Louis. Fire crews were called to Heritage House Apartments in Midtown. Just before midnight, they found multiple broken water pipes. Residents woke up to water leaking into their homes and ruining their belongings. About 200 people live at the apartment complex. Most of them are elderly, and many say they're fed up with the lack of communication from management.
I don't feel that we should have to live like this where we're paying rent every month and nobody has let us know anything. Management was here, but they didn't let us know anything. They try to call Red Cross. They say this is not a disaster right now, but we still don't have heat and the water has been turned off.
Now this afternoon, the property manager and others were doing wellness checks on those still inside their apartments. 5 on Your Side's Annie Krall will have more on this story coming up on 5 on Your Side at 5.
Once students get into school, they will be inside all day.
Schools across the St. Louis area preparing for the return of students tomorrow. Extreme cold weather is top of mind, and school districts are working to keep students safe. Some school districts are canceling class, some are going remote, others are heading back to the classroom. Our Justina Coronel joins us in studio now with more details from one district in Jefferson County. Justina, what do they plan to do?
Yeah, for now, the Festus School District will have school tomorrow. Kevin Pope, the communications coordinator, said the superintendent will be looking at the wind chill in the morning in preparation for those single-digit or sub-zero temperatures. They've already been working today. Right now, some of the buses are plugged into engine block heaters to warm up the buses for an easier start in the morning. Now, this afternoon, the transportation director and some drivers are also starting up those buses and running them to make sure they're ready to go. And drivers will have an earlier start to their morning to warm those buses up. Pope said they also encourage students to stay inside their homes until they see the bus at their stop.
The bus drivers are being told to kind of wait at every stop for just a little bit of time to give students a chance to come out of their homes and go to the buses. So buses may be running slightly late tomorrow morning just for the simple fact that the bus drivers will be waiting a little bit extra time at each stop.
Now, their communications coordinator also said once students get to school, they will stay inside. Students will not be able to go outside for PE or any recess whatsoever. And he reminds students and staff to bundle up.
All right, thank you, Justina. Well, the first votes of the 2024 presidential campaign are being cast in Iowa. There, voters are weighing in on who they want the Republican nominee to be. Right now, former President Donald Trump is leading, with former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis battling for second place. NBC's Bree Jackson has more.
It's the coldest Iowa caucus day on record, capping off months of candidates crisscrossing the Hawkeye state in search of support.
So I'm asking you all tonight, on a cold day, to do your part.
I'm running on your issues and your family's issues, and solely to turn this country around.
We have an option to either go back to the past and deal with the names of Trump and Biden in the past, or we can go forward in the future.
Former President Trump holds a commanding lead over his Republican rivals.
I think it's going to be very close to record-setting, maybe even record-setting.
Still, the GOP frontrunner not taking any chances, encouraging Iowans to show up.
You can't sit home. If you're sick as a dog, you say, darling, I gotta make it.
Our latest NBC News poll with the Des Moines Register and Mediacom shows Trump with the support of 48% of likely caucus goers ahead of tonight's contest.
If someone is not a Trump supporter, they're not my friend. So my friends love Trump.
But not everyone feels that way.
Iowa seems so much for Trump. We want to get there and put our voice heard for a non-Trump candidate.
Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis both positioning themselves as the best alternative to the former president in what appears to be a race for runner-up, hoping voters brave the freezing temperatures as the battle for the Republican nomination heats up. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
And Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey is in Iowa today. He is there supporting Donald Trump. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, will report live from a caucus site in Keokuk, Iowa. You can watch him tonight on 5 on Your Side at 6 and 10. On this Martin Luther King Day, St. Louisans unite, how they reflected on the issues of racism and civil rights. January 15th, 2024 will be remembered as more than a federal holiday. We'll take a look at the hundreds of weather records being shattered on this frigid Martin Luther King Day.